Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhyev च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the order of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Before we move on to our next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class, may I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Assembled devotees. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call. I'll start the recording because Prabhuji is there. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Vrindavan Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 17th chapter, 9th verse. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I request Anita Mataji to take over for the brief introduction. Anita Mataji, over to you. Anita Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, please take over, Mataji.
I think you are 5 minutes early. That's why nobody is there.
No, they will join, Prabhuji. After the introduction, it will be the same time. Yeah.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Please
Krishna.
accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna Dandavat.
Yeah. Over to you,
Hare
Anita
Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving us your valuable time and association. And Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today's topic of Bhagavatam will be given by His Grace Vrindavan Prabhu. And here is a brief introduction about Prabhu. His Grace Vrindavan Prabhu is a postgraduate of commerce and studied business management in India, but he gave up his high-paying job to serve humanity. In his young age, Prabhuji served in RSS and Vishwa Hindu Parishad and participated in opening a school for the blind, an orphanage, and a cultural school. He first came in contact with ISKCON in 1974, understanding that spreading the true message of Bhagavad Gita is the highest welfare activity. And he joined as full-time preacher in 1984 in ISKCON's Sri Sri Radha Rasbihari Temple, Juhu, Mumbai. There, Prabhuji led the Sankirtan bus party and distributed Srila Prabhupada's book throughout Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh. And Prabhuji is one of the most senior disciples of His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj and a pioneer in opening Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Temple in Chowpatty, Mumbai, where he served as the first head pujari. Later, under the instructions and guidance of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, Prabhuji has opened and developed successful preaching centers in Kurukshetra, Belgaum, Kolhapur, Pune, Thane, Dadar, and Nigadi in India and Pittsburgh in the USA. Prabhuji also started and guided medical camps and preaching in Pandharpur, Dindi during Ashadi Ekadashi in the beginning years. Prabhuji has served as the temple president of Belagavi, Pune, and New Vrindavan, USA. Prabhuji also rendered many other valuable services like head pujari, temple commander, brahmachari training program leader, congregation preaching leader, padayatra coordinator, spiritual mentor, accountant, and tour guide preacher in America's famous Prabhupada's Palace of Gold in New Vrindavan, USA. Prabhuji is a pioneer of the 7-day Bhagavad Gita seminars, Bhagavad Katha in Marathi, and discourses on the life and teachings of Saint Tukaram. Many brahmacharis and families have joined ISKCON through this preaching. Prabhuji has written a book on the life and teachings of Saint Tukaram in Marathi and English, of which thousands of copies have been distributed in just a few years. Now he is in process of writing books based on Saint Tukaram's teaching known as Abhangas. He is a regular writer for the monthly Marathi BTG article titled Dukha Mane and for the daily Tarun Bharat newspaper. Prabhuji also has an active YouTube channel called Dukha Mane, which explains Saint Tukaram's Abhangas in Marathi. For more than 40 years, Prabhuji is serving in ISKCON and at present he stays with his family in Pune, India. Prabhuji travels for preaching the message of Bhagavad Gita all over India and USA. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. These are Hare Krishna dear devotees. So these are the wonderful services of Prabhuji, and we are very happy to welcome Prabhuji on the call with us. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So this is a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Mataji, over to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Thank you so much for reading that brief introduction. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Once again, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining this early morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I now hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna.
So first we'll do Kirtan and then I will go to the
Sure,
verse.
Prabhuji. Whatever you like. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. प्रणाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवतैरुत्तमश्लोकैर्भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 17. The Lord agrees to become Aditi's son. So I'll read the verse first. Can you make it a little big, Mataji? But I can read it a little bit. Vishvaya Vishvabhavanastiti Sanyamaya Swairam Gruhita Purushakti Gunaya Bhumne Swastaya Shashvadupa Brumhita Purnabodha Vyapiditatma Tamase Haraye Namaste. So the translation. Narayan. This is coming in my way. You can delete that file. Okay. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. My Lord, you are the all-pervading universal form, the fully independent creator, maintainer, and destroyer of this universe. Although you engage your energy in matter, you are always situated in your original form and never fall from that position. For your knowledge is infallible and always suitable to any situation. You are never bewildered by illusion. O my Lord, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 2, text 117, it is said, Siddhanta boliya chitte na kore alas, yaha hoite Krishna lage sudruda manas. Anyone trying to become fully Krishna conscious must know the Lord's glories as far as they are possible to understand. Here Aditi hints at these glories. The universe is nothing but the external potency of the Lord. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 4, Maya tatamidam sarvam. Whatever we see in this universe is but expansion of the potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just as the sunshine and heat all over the universe are expansions of the sun. When one surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he surpasses the influence of the illusory energy, for the Supreme Lord, being fully wise and being situated in the heart of everyone, especially in the heart of the devotee, gives one intelligence by which one is sure never to fall into illusion. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirashesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Teshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I'll read the verse one more time. Vishvaya Vishwavanastiti Samyamaya Swairam Gruhita Purushakti Gunapabhumne Swastyaya Shashvadupa Bhumhita Purnabodha Vyapi Ditatmatastamase Haraye Namaste. My Lord, you are the all-pervading universal form, the fully independent creator, maintainer, and destroyer of this universe. Although you engage your energy in matter, you are always situated in original form and never fall from that position. For your knowledge is infallible and always suitable to any situation. You are never bewildered by illusion. O my Lord, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. So this is a verse by Aditi. After Kashyap's instructions, he practiced the very difficult Payovrata, and after Payovrata, Lord appeared in front of her. In the beginning, she was bewildered because she didn't understand what to do. Sometimes it happens that we get something what we don't deserve. It's sometimes we go blank because we don't know what to do and we don't know how to express our feelings. So that was happening with Aditi. But when she came to consciousness. That means she opened her eyes and looked at the Lord. Immediately, these prayers started, from her mouth spontaneously. This is the qualification of a devotee. Sometimes we can see so many so-called sadhus or so-called devotees. They say, "I saw Lord," but they don't know what to do with him. They say, "I saw Lord," became, and what happened afterwards? They don't know. They just say, I saw Lord. That's it. After I saw Lord in Himalaya, I saw Lord here. But what to do after that, you don't know. The only Vaishnavas know what to do. Nobody else knows, because other than Vaishnavas, nobody knows who is God. Now, even the Mayavadis or atheist or agnostic people, they have no clear idea of the person as a God as a person. They don't know how to establish a relationship with that Lord. So even if Lord comes and stand in front of them, they don't know what to do. Like Krishna was standing in front of Duryodhana. He don't know what to do. He started criticizing. He was in front of Shishupal. He started criticizing. He was in front of the devotee Poundrik, not devotee, Poundrak. And he was saying, I am Krishna, because Krishna is standing in front of him. So this is what happens, Krishna is there, but one who knows Krishna, he immediately falls at his feet and starts glorifying, because seeing Krishna is not an easy thing. And especially devotee gets that opportunity after millions and millions of births struggling in this material world. So he knows the importance of associating with the Lord. By the mercy of Guru, by the mercy of Vaishnava, you get that opportunity. So the first thing here you do is to glorify the Lord. And then afterwards, it is explained in Bhakti Rasamrita. This is a process. When you go in front of God, first thing is glorify Him with prayers. That's why we see all the great devotees. They pray, they glorify the Lord. Either it is Vishnu Sahasranam, Purusha Sukta, Brahma Samhita, or slokas from Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, or from your own heart. You can glorify the Lord. And the next thing is just open your heart, how fallen I am. I know. If you offer your prayers in how fallen I am. And the third thing is a prayer for blessings, prayer for protection, prayer for keeping him under the shelter. So these are the three things when you go to in front of any deity, in front of when we go for darshan, these are the three things we are supposed to do. Not just to go there. Sometimes when you see people, they stand in front of the Lord, they just fold and they don't know what to do. So this is what we are supposed to do when we go to the temple. So, and then in the temple, we are supposed to sit for 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Everybody knows this tradition, especially those who are from Indian background. But they don't know why we are supposed to sit in the temple. Because temple means preaching. So anybody speaking there about the Lord, you get to hear whatever he's saying. And then by his words, you understand that Lord. And those that as Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Kshana Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoy. So Kshana Matra, even if you hear couple sentences about the Lord, that will make your heart open. That will make your mind accept the words of the Lord. And that is why we should sit in a temple and hear about the glories of the Lord. And when you hear the glories of the Lord, you start, first you start understanding our relationship. And then you understand more and more about God. And that is what Srila Prabhupada is mentioning here in the purport. Anyone trying to become fully Krishna conscious must know the Lord's glories as far as they are possible to understand. So it is not possible, as is said in the scriptures, that Ananta Shesha with 1,000 hoods, he is glorifying the Lord since the beginning of the creation. He is not tired. So sometimes it feels like a exaggeration. We don't understand how the glorification is not, still going on since the beginning of creation with thousands of mouths. So just a sample of that we can see. We are celebrating Srila Prabhupada's Vyas Puja for last how many years you are in the temple or you are in ISKCON. But do we ever get tired of hearing the glories? And every time you hear new and new and new and new from hundreds of devotees who have come in touch with Prabhupada, either person or his Vani or from his books. So just one pure devotee's glories are unending. One pure devotee, glories are unending. So thousands of devotees keep on going. Last 50 years, the glorification is going on. So nobody is tired. And every time you hear more and more glories of our spiritual master. So he's just a little, of course, for us, he's a Paramhamsa. But in the eyes of Krishna, he's like one Jiva attained perfection. So he gets so much glorification in relationship with Krishna. So just imagine how Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all the devatas glorification going on, all the scriptures are glorifying the Lord, all the saints are glorifying the Lord. So there is no end for glorification of the Lord. So, but we should try to understand. That is why it is said, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Siddhartha Boliya Chitte no kare alas. We should not become lazy to understand the Siddhanta. Siddhanta means the philosophical explanation about the personality of Godhead. So, and the process of bhakti, it's the Siddhanta. So, यहाँ है कृष्णे लागे सुदृढ़ मानस. What happens? Krishna lage. You become attached. What? Sudruda manas. Your mind becomes fixed in loving devotional service to the Lord. And see, because as we have heard many times, we have two propensities, love and serve. The more you hear, more you fall in love with Krishna. And more you fall in love with Krishna, more you want to serve him. So that is why we are supposed to read scriptures every day. We hear Krishna Katha. So why we hear Krishna Katha? Because it is said, Nashta Prayasha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. It relieves or it wipes out all the darkness from our heart. What is the darkness of our heart? The darkness is so big; it's like a bigger than the in the night. What darkness you see? Why is that? Because the that darkness of ignorance has covered the Paramatma in our heart, and also ourselves we have covered with the ignorance. So the ignorance is covering all of us. That's like a darkness, and therefore. Krishna Surya Sama, Maya Hai Andhakar. So that illusion, that ignorance will be removed. More and more you hear about Krishna. More and more you, when you hear from these pure devotees, and from hearing, what you are supposed to do, not only hear and hear and hear, no, we are supposed to serve. And serving, that makes our mind and heart clean. Hearing makes the ear, clean, our intelligence clean. But serving our heart, serving makes our heart clean, our consciousness clean, and then we become free from the false ego that we are carrying. And in this way, this is the process. We sevan mukhe hi jivado swayam eva spuratyada. So then Krishna sees the devotee's eagerness, and only he reveals to you. Unless he reveals, just like you cannot demand in the middle of the night that you want to see the sun. No, it takes its own time. So similarly, you cannot demand Krishna, okay, you give me your darshan, take me back to Godhead, or give me your mercy. No, you have to wait for the mercy. And what we are doing by that time, two things, Sivan Mukhe hi jivado, by mouth, serving with mouth. So what we do with mouth, two things, we eat and we speak. So these two things we have to make pure, then the whole body automatically is pure. Whatever we eat, we have to eat Krishna Prasad. Then that Krishna Prasad gives us Satvat Sanjayate Jnana. So that will give Sattvic Guna, and that will open the door to understand the spiritual knowledge. So that is the real Siddhartha Boliya. We should never be tired. So Prabhupada wanted all his disciples and grand disciples and all the followers of ISKCON to read his book at least for 1 hour. At least for 1 hour. And how? Not just like reading like a novel or newspaper. A Siddhanta, what Prabhupada is telling about, what Prabhupada has to say, and how we can understand Krishna. So, what happened then? Sudruda, our mind become fixed. And for devotional service, the most important thing is our fixed mind and our determination. Utsahat nishchayat dhairya tat tat karma pravartanat, as Rupa Goswami explains. So this is the fixed mind is most important in devotional service. And that determination will come only by hearing every day. You can see practically in your whole life. If you don't hear or read in a 1 week, your sadhana starts dwindling. So just imagine how much it is. It's just like If you know swimming, if you start, you are swimming in a speed. If you start, pushing your hand in the water for a couple minutes, you can still go with the flow, but afterwards you will start drowning. So therefore, it is very important that every day, na kari alas. It is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that na kari alas. Don't become lazy to read Prabhupada books. Every day we have to read Prabhupada books and try to understand, even if it is the same thing. Because why it feels, oh, it's the same thing. I know all these things. But you just close the book and how you feel. You don't forget everything. That means we don't know anything. So now this Aditi has so many nice points here about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One more point I just wanted to say. So more and more we hear the glories, less and less we expect from this world. How is that? Just like Krishna has 6 opulences. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Yashasya, Viryasya, Sri, Jnana, Vairagyasya, Shanna, Bhagavati Gana. There's 6 qualities, he's full with knowledge, beauty, wealth, the antar strength, Vairagya, and Jnana. So these are the 6 things Krishna is complete. Now, in this material, people are proud of these 6, and nobody has all these 6 qualities. Yeah, we have 1 or 2 or maybe 3, 4, and they are also not incomplete. So what happens now when you read about Krishna's knowledge, you automatically become humble about your own knowledge. I say, whatever I know, I don't nothing about. I just know the insignificant part of Krishna's creation, or even Krishna's glories. I don't know. So immediately you become humble. When you understand Krishna's beauty, you forget all the cosmetics in your house because you don't need it. Because Krishna is so beautiful. What is our beauty in front of Krishna? Nothing. So you just have a tilak and you'll be satisfied. And you don't waste your time in just unnecessarily decorating the body and posing that I am the beautiful person, I am the handsome person in this world. So more we hear about the glories of the Lord, about how beautiful he is and how beautiful Radharani is and how they are attracted to each other. Our attraction in this material world, which is first originally with this body and then other bodies, becomes less and less and less just by seeing Krishna's beauty, appreciating, hearing about it. And then Krishna's wealth. And who can compare about Krishna's wealth? We forget our wealth in front of Krishna, having a little small bungalow or nice car in front of our house and a little bit of gold on our body. So what is it in front of Krishna? If you go, when you go to the temple or when you hear the description of Dwarka, you hear about such a wonderful palaces and so many maid servants and nice city and Krishna's opulence. Then we are not proud of our opulence. We think of what I have is just ekam shino sthito jagat. Krishna says just whatever beauty you see in this world is Krishna's, but we think it is ours. So immediately you become humble about your possessions, right? And strength. Sometimes people are saying that, oh, see my body, how strong I am and everything. But when you hear the Govardhan Leela, all your pride goes away. A little 7-year-old boy with the little pinky finger with his left hand is lifting Govardhan Hill for 7 days. You cannot even walk with a grocery bag from grocery store to home. That is our strength. So if we are doing any strong thing, so when you hear Krishna's strength, immediately we become humble about our strength. And what is like Vairagya too? When you hear Krishna, he is dancing with the gopis, but he do not have a fraction of any kama in his heart or any kind of a lusty desire in his heart. And how can I understand that? Yeah, you have to come to the soul platform. Then you can understand how Krishna is not attracted to anything. So soul, a man or woman, they both are soul. So their attraction, real attraction is towards Krishna. But because we have different bodies, we get attracted to these bodies. So Krishna do not have a physical body. Radharani don't have a physical body like us with a made from blood plus stool and skin like that. So that attraction is pure. So therefore, Krishna is he is the greatest Vairagi. He is the greatest renounced person. And see, he has created such a huge creation. But who is enjoying? We are all thinking that it is mine. So uh, he's so renounced that we think it is ours. So Krishna doesn't come, oh, it is mine. He just tells you and he expects from you to offer to Krishna because it is for good, our good. So Krishna is fully renounced. So so when you see his renunciation, what is our renunciation? How much we are giving up? We are not giving up anything. We are not giving up anything because nothing belongs to us. As all the Indians, they know this. जन्म होते हुए मैं कुछ लाया नहीं, जाते वक्त कुछ नहीं लेके जाऊंगा. लेकिन in the mid time we want to enjoy it. So if it is not yours, you are not bought it, you are not going to take it with you. So we have to understand who it belongs to you. So we have to use it in Krishna's service. So if you have, that is, Krishna says that is real renunciation. Renunciation is not giving up. That is more easy. Giving up the possessions is more easy. But having the possessions and using in Krishna's service is very difficult. So this is, that is Krishna's renunciation. So first we have to understand our renunciation compared to Krishna is nothing. So first, Prabhupada, when he went to America, so the first devotee to approach Prabhupada was Kith Ham, later on became Kirtananda Maharaj. So Kith Ham, he came to Prabhupada and he said, Swamiji, I want to renounce everything and join ISKCON. He was the first one to ask and first one to join. He's the first brahmachari in ISKCON. So Prabhupada, he told Prabhupada, I have to renounce everything and join. And Prabhupada told him, what do you have to renounce? You have nothing to renounce. And it is practical what we have to renounce. Because everything, Maya Dakshina Prakriti, Krishna says everything belongs to him. Under his supervision, everything is going on. Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. What belongs to us? There is nothing. So Prabhupada said, only thing you have to renounce is false ego, not the possessions. Because possession, whether you think it's yours, they are not yours. They are already Krishna's. So there is nothing to renounce. So, but Krishna's renunciation is more because he has it. It is, everything belongs to him. He is the owner of everything. So if he is renouncing everything, all this creation, Brahmanda, Ananta Koti Brahmanda, he's not attached to these things. You know, how many living entities he enjoying Krishna's property. He's not attached. He's attached to his devotees. He likes to live in a simple Vrindavan with all the gopis and the gopas and the cows and Govardhan and Yamuna, and perform sweet pastimes with them, like-minded devotees. So even there he forgets that he is Bhagavan. What is the greatest renunciation is, see, he forgets that he is Bhagavan. That is the greatest renunciation of Krishna. Even though, even in Krishna, he is saying in the Bhagavad Gita so many big things, me, mine, surrender unto me. This is his big person. But how is he in Vrindavan? He has renounced everything. He likes to be a little boy. He likes to be just the center of, love of all the Brajavasis. That is his greatest realizations. So when you hear all these things, all our ego, that is the greatest anartha. Everything starts with this anartha. Something belongs to me. And then the kama, and because of kama, all the other anarthas start, So this is how hearing about Krishna will make us humble. And that's why we need to hear about Krishna more and more. We should never, as Parikshit Maharaj is saying, swadu, swadu, pade, pade. I am enjoying every sentence, every second, what you are saying, Shukdev Maharaj. Swadu, swadu. I never get tired. Now, Parikshit Maharaj, you see, without no sleep, no food, no water, 7 days, 7 nights. It is not just like get up in the morning, drink your tea, and then go and listen to Bhagavatam, come and sleep. It was not like that. 7 days, 7 nights, he was listening to Bhagavad Katha. No tired, no sleep. Not only Parikshit Maharaj, whoever was sitting there, and one who is speaking, Shukdev Maharaj also. Now, just imagine, we get tired in hearing in 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour, sometimes some devotees, they give like 5 hours, 6 hours. But then afterwards, our mind goes veering somewhere here, there. So, but Parikshit Maharaj was not like that. So that is the beauty. The more you hear, more you become purified. And that is why even though Prabhupada said even if you don't feel attracted to, just go on doing the things. Because in the beginning, there is a lot of kachra, there is a lot of dirt in our heart. That it takes time to sink in. So, but how to clean it? So, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. To clean that also, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, the holy name and glories about Krishna, we have to hear every day. So, then you can understand Krishna. And more you hear, more and more you can understand how powerful or how merciful, how compassionate, how glorious Lord Krishna is. And then you start developing our faith. Then you start developing your love. And a symptom of that, immediately you start serving. So, process of Krishna consciousness is hearing and absorbing, cleaning our heart and offering our heart to Krishna. I was just reading one Acharya's commentary. He said, Krishna have no mind. And I was surprised, why? How Krishna has no mind? Then the Acharya says that his mind is stolen by Radharani. So that means in his mind, he is always thinking about Krishna. So what does Krishna ask in Bhagavad Gita? Give me your mind. Give me your mind. So when we offer our mind, Krishna is happy. So, and what he does? He gives that mind to Radharani. So this is how Manmana, Krishna says, offer your mind. Now think about me. So this more and more we think about Krishna, more and more we get purified. Now let's go through the prayers of Aditi. Said, my Lord, you are the all-pervading universal form, the fully independent creator, maintenance, and destroyer of this universe. Now, as we see, the Bhagavatam is the detailed study of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says whatever he has said in 1 or 2 verses, elaborately explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada always goes back and links it to many slokas from Bhagavad Gita and other Puranas. And here is what is he saying? You are the all-pervading universal form. So the Prabhupada quotes here the verse from Bhagavad Gita, 9 chapter 4th verse. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagat avyakta bhutina. Matstani sarvabhutani nachamas praditi. Krishna says, Maya tidamidam sarvam. So, by me, sarvam, all universe, the whole creation is full. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. But it is avyakta for the people. Why it is avyakta? Because of our ignorance. What we see the bodies in front of us. When we go open, what we see? Body, our house, grains, fruits, food, all these things. Now just imagine why this is all chit. Why this is all chit? Why it has life? And then you see that life is Krishna. The life is Krishna. But what we see the bodies, we see the coverings. We don't see the life in it. So that life, that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. I am pervaded all over the creation as a life. So when you see a mango, or when you see a potato, when you see a tomato, what do you see? A fruit. But actually, why it is fresh? Because there is some life. And where that life is coming from? That is coming from Krishna. So similarly, the whole creation for a pure devotee, he can see what is avyakta, what is invisible for the ordinary person. For a pure devotee, it is very clear. He sees everything related with Krishna. So, therefore, anything you see, you go to the source of it, that is jiva, that is conscience, that is chetana. So where is that Chetana coming from? That is what Krishna is saying. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagat avyakta matstani sarvabhutani. All the living entities are depending on me. For everything. For everything, everybody is depending, not only devotees, everybody is depending on Krishna. So therefore, why we cannot appreciate, why we cannot see that? Krishna gives an example. He said, Mani Srotra Mani Ivagana. So just like you see, I have this Mani Sotragani. So you see these nice, beautiful beads. Now what we see is beads. But one who has a knowledge, how will think, will he see only beads? How all these beads are together? These beads are together because there is something avyakta to our mind that has kept all this together. If that is not there, everything will fall and everything will go either and thither. So what is that thing? Now all of you know it's a thread. So that is avyakta, which we cannot see. That is exactly Krishna is giving. This is Krishna's arrangement. It was just on my table. I did keep it purposely before the class. So this is my son's necklace. I mean, Kantimala. So see, these beads are there. So what we see in this word, that's like a beads. Whether it's a man, woman, tree, fish, car, bungalow, everything is like simple beads. But everything is Krishna is the source. Krishna is the life behind all that thing. And that is avyakta. That is what Krishna is praying here. He said that everything is situated like fully, all these things are there, is related to Krishna. That is how we are supposed to see. Not only the bodies, but life behind the bodies, or life behind the source of everything. Even the hills, rivers, and big mountains, they have life. They are not like what we think, but they are like, just like on Krishna's body, they are like the nails. You know, your nails, as soon as it comes out of your finger, it is dried. And when you cut it, you don't feel anything. But do you mean that they are not conscious? There is a consciousness, but it is very insignificant. You just go a little ahead, it will hurt you and it start bleeding. So that is how all these things which are hairs growing off your body. You know, if you cut your hairs, you don't feel anything. You don't do like Jain people, they pull, you know, it hurts. So when we remove the hairs, we don't feel anything. So, but do you mean they have no life? Otherwise, how they have grown from your body? So they have a life, but very insignificant life they have. So life force they have. So when you shave it or when you cut your nails, you don't feel, but they are also part of your body. So all these things, what we see, all the, it is explained, the hills are like bones, you know, and so many things are explained in the universal form, on even in Bhagavatam. So rivers are like veins of Krishna's body. So many things are there. So this is how the Purna Purusha is there. So he is the creator. Now, creator in the sense is, if sometimes devotees ask this question, everything is eternal, where is the question of a creation? It is true. For a soul, na jayate, na mruyate. So same thing is with Krishna, same thing, everything in this world. But where is the beginning? Beginning comes for the material world. How is that? Just like your house, when you built it, it has a certain date, and when it falls, it has a certain date. But you can say, I started building my house in 2005, 2010. But is it really a beginning? Everything was there. Everything was already there. For your reference, it is a building. So similarly, everything in Krishna's creation has no beginning. But relatively, when Brahma creates this universe, it is called beginning. It is called beginning because whatever begins, it ends. So therefore, Krishna is the beginning of everything. He is the maintainer of everything, and he is the destroyer in the form of Sadashiva. For our universe, it's Shiva. He's a destroyer. So Krishna gives this seva to Brahma to create, even though Krishna is the original creator. So what is Brahma? Brahma is like us. He collects the ingredients which are created by Krishna, like earth, water, fire, air, either in mind, intelligence, and false ego. So from ego, mind comes, from mind, intelligence comes, from intelligence, comes, and then slowly subtle things come first, and then gross things come. It's very difficult to digest how subtle things can create the gross things. We think it is otherwise. But the subtle things, from Krishna comes the soul, as Mamai Vamsho Krishna says, or Aham Atma Gudakesha. So he is the source. And from that, Brahma, he gives the ingredients which are already there, Krishna has created. So they manifest in front of you. How is that? Just like if you plant a seed, from that seed, the plant is coming, then it is growing, then it gets branches and gets flowers and so many leaves and then fruits. So how come the whole tree is sitting in one little seed? So that is how the creation is like. Creation is sitting like a seed, and it takes the earth, other ingredients, and it grows. And see the magical thing about Krishna's creation. So if you have a garden, you can see you have a lemon tree, next to it is a mango tree, next to it is a papaya tree, next to it is a banana tree, next is a cherry tree. Everything is coming from that land. But why the taste is different? Why the taste is different? So who is creating? That is Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Prasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sasishurunayo aushadhinam. So Krishna says, I am the test in all those fruits, all those fruits, different. And who can do that? It's like a magic. There is a mango tree and lemon tree just next to it. One has a sour and other is a sweet. So who is doing that? And both trees are different, but the source, the earth, is the same. Similarly, Krishna is the source of everything. But according to the three modes of material nature, according to the different activities, so many things are explained in Bhagavad Gita. So according to different things, everybody has different bodies and everything. But the source of it, the Chit Sarupa, the Chetana behind that is Krishna. So in that sense, Krishna is the beginning. Krishna is maintenance. Now, everything needs maintenance. As a Grihasthas, you all know, it's to maintain. And the destruction doesn't take much time. It just dance and Shivaji dance and it's destruction. So for creating anything or destroying anything, it doesn't take much time. But maintenance time is bigger. Have you ever noticed that? Maintenance time is bigger. It's easy to build a $1 million house, but to maintain that, how much struggle is there? To destroy that doesn't take much time. You can just get a bulldozer and just destroy it in a couple of days. Doesn't take much time. But to maintain that takes a lot of intelligence and also a lot of struggle, lot of energy. So that maintenance part is, again, because it is difficult, it is kept by Vishnu. So Brahma creates, Shiva destroys, but Vishnu maintains. So that is why Vishnu, why he has taken the responsibility of maintaining, because that is difficult. Easy thing, Brahma create, you can create. He gave the energy to creation, and Shiva also gave his creation. So Brahma is like living entity like you and me. So, of austerities, Prabhupada writes in one of the 100 lives, if you follow Varnashram Dharma, you have a chance to become Brahma. And there may be so many Brahmas in line. So it's not worth trying. So then the destruction Shivaji does, which is his expansion. It is little difficult, but difficult than building, because it's just so many things are there. You have to take care of dismantling and distributing and everything in there. But maintenance is done by Vishnu. So that is, Brahma is a soul, Shiva is an expansion, but Vishnu is Krishna himself. He has expanded himself to maintain this universe. So Vishnu maintains this universe. So see, before we came to Krishna consciousness, We all knew Vishnu as a supreme. If you go to any temple in India, you will see this picture of Krishna lying, and the lotus is coming from his, navel, and Brahma is sitting on that. So that was supposed to be the origin. But who is the origin of Vishnu? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Adityanam aham Vishnu. So Vishnu, among Aditya means all the devatas. Now this Aditi is there. Now she is praying. Why she is praying? Because devatas are defeated. So therefore she is praying that I am in difficulty. Please help me. So Amandev will appear next. So this Aditi is Adityanam. All the devatas are there. Aham Vishnu. So he is a Vishnu. So that is Vaman. So, but he is in the Vishnu form, who appeared in front of her, and she is offering all these prayers to. So Krishna keeps this part of maintaining. And why? Because it is very difficult. So whatever we are getting, maintenance, Yogakshema Vahamyaham. Krishna says, I provide everything. So how is that? He provides it through food. And also, it is explained in Bhagavad Gita, he not only gives food grains and all these things, he helps us in our stomach to digest that food, because he has to do that. Pacham mennam chaturvidam. Krishna explains that aham vaishvanaro bhutva praninam deham asritam. Spana pana swavikto pacham mennam chaturvidam. These are for 4 kinds of food. Pacham mennam. He is there in our intestine as a fire, and he is the one who excites the food. So that is why it is not eating. It is why it is called yajna. Why it is yajna? Because in our belly, Krishna is sitting as Vaishvanaro Bhutva, Vaishvanar. So Vaishvanar means it's a digestive fire. He's sitting in our belly, and when we put the food, it is like offering oblations on the fire. So therefore, that verse is there in Bhagavad Gita. Yajna sista sinasinto muchante sarvatil vishay. Yajna sista, that yajna is offered to Krishna. So therefore, we eat prashadam, because we are not just eating, we are doing yajna. Every day, whenever you eat anything, that is not a food, it is yajna to Vaishvanara. So 4 kinds of food we eat. So that's very nicely explained in Bhagavad Gita by Krishna. So the things to maintain is given by Krishna, and thing to digest, that is also given by Krishna. So Krishna is in our each individual's body, and also he is in the universe. So that's why Krishna, that is the verse in Bhagavad Gita. Kshetra kshetrajna jnana. So what is jnana? Means to know. The kshetra means this body, and kshetrajna means the caretaker of the body. There are 2 caretakers. One is soul, and also in the next verse, Krishna explains that kshetrajnam cham apimam vidhi sarva deheshu bharata. So sarva deheshu, kshetrajna is different, and this body kshetrajna is different, that is soul. But there is one more kshetrajna as a Paramatma, who is in our heart and is also in our heart. That is how he is maintaining us also. He is maintaining our body, staying as a Paramatma in our heart. So that is why it is not just a philosophy. It's Krishna consciousness is not some kind of a fairy tale. It's a practical, everyday happening in our life. And that's what we have to realize. That's what we have to understand. That is called realization. Read in Bhagavad Gita, see it in front of your eyes that things are happening. That is exactly self-realization. So you don't need to go to Himalayas to become self-realized. Even just while drinking water, rasoham apsukam teya, you are self-realized. Prabhasmi Sichisuryo. Eyes of Krishna, eyes moon and the sun. So therefore, maintenance. She is praying here. You are the creator, you are the maintainer. And how he maintains? He is in each atom of this universe, everywhere, whether we see him or not. As I explained to you, how we cannot see him as a string. We cannot see the string behind all these beats. So Brahma Samhita explains that Goloka Namni Nivasati Akhilatma Bhuto. So Krishna is saying in Goloka Vrindavan, but Akhilatma Bhuto, he is pervaded all in all the universe. In all the universe. He's sitting in his in his abode Golok Vrindavan. He don't have to come here, but he comes Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. Whenever he feels like to give the knowledge, oh, people are forgetting me too much now, I have to go. So he comes. Or my devotees are in danger, I have to go. Then he comes. He decides when to come. Why? Maintenance. So that Golok Namni Nivasati Akhilatma Bhuto. So Krishna is in the Golok Vrindavan, but Akhilatma Bhuto. How that is happening? That Prabhupada is giving the example here of a sun. Sun is in one place, but he is pervaded in everywhere. Even in darkness, there is sun. How is that? Darkness is the absence of sun, means there is a sun. Because of sun, there is darkness. Otherwise, darkness will be prominent. So that is how Prabhupada explains that sun is there because in the form of rays. Just like when you are sitting in a home and you see sun rays, oh, sun has come. So it is not coming in your home. He has his own place. But he is pervaded everywhere. So similarly, the Jiva is there in our heart and he is pervaded as a consciousness. Similarly, Paramatma is there, he is pervaded in all the bodies, like in our body, there is one Paramatma. Everywhere Paramatma is there in every atom. So the source of all this soul, Paramatma, is Goloka Namni Nivasati, is staying in Golok Vrindavan like a sun, but is pervaded all over the universe like a fragmental, like a sun rays. Just like, these big business people, take any big person, like in Bill Gates or whatever in your country, wherever you are in countries, big person. He is sleeping, but his factory going on. People are working for him. So it is not that he has to work for his maintenance. He makes others to work. So Krishna is in Golok Vrindavan, that's his place. But others, all these devatas are working for Krishna. And that's their service. And they're doing it free. They are not taking any salary. So that is, Krishna is maintaining this. So therefore, Krishna demands in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Pratyaja Mam Ekam. Don't look to a direct, don't look to a relative truth. Therefore, in the human form of life, these truths go side by side, relative and absolute. So absolute truth depends, relative truth depends upon absolute truth. But absolute truth is not depending on relative truth. How is that? Just like you see, now when we drink water, it's a glass of water. I drank the water, it is relative. It's sitting in front of me. It is relative, but I have created that. That is absolute truth. So in this way, everything in relationship, we have to see together. Relative, I have it, but it is not mine. It is created by Krishna. So similarly, begin with our own bodies. How many people think this body belongs to us? No. So this body is given to us by Krishna. So he is the giver, he is the maintainer. So that is how we see. That is why Krishna is the creator, maintainer, and destroyer of all these universes. Although you engage your energy in matter, you are always situated in your original form and never fall from that position. So although you are always situated in the original form, and never fall down from the matter. So see, Krishna is coming in the form of matter. How is that? The best example is deity. So deity, we see Krishna. What is it made from? It is made from 9 things which are explained in Bhagavatam 11th canto. So what we generally see is a marble. So that marble is a stone. So therefore, non-devotees cannot see that, how he can be Krishna. But Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena, they are seeing the matter, but because of their knowledge, they understand it is not a stone, it is Satchidananda. And for them, Krishna appears there. And non-devotees, Krishna just don't appear to them. For them, it's just a stone. Therefore, devotees, they appreciate, they know even the matter is there, but as I have told you before, Sutre Mani Gana Iva, behind that there is an energy of Krishna. So that is why he says, Krishna, even though he comes as a material matter, still he is spiritual. But we are not like that. We have a big lump of matter, but little soul that is pervading. But Krishna's full body is Satchidananda. So therefore, even though Krishna appears in the matter, so the fruit is like a matter, but because the Krishna, Avyakta, we don't see him, but that didn't diminish the value, or that doesn't diminish the glory of that tomato or mango or any fruit. It is Krishna. So whether it is his energy or person, it doesn't make a difference, because energy is as Krishna. Just like sun and sunrise is not difference. It's the same. So only by knowledge you can understand that. So even if you go to the deity, so deity, you understand deity is not just a deity. So what is the Chaitanya Charitamrita Sakshi Gopal story? It's a beautiful sloka. Pratima nahe tumi sakshat Brajendra Nandan. You are not just a pratima. You are not just a stone standing. Sakshat Brajendra Nandan. So that is how devotees, more they learn, more they feel attracted to the deities, and they do service. Why all of us are engaged in deity service? Somebody is making garland, somebody is cooking, somebody is dressing, somebody is cleaning. Because we have established that relationship by reading in the scriptures, and we are trying to serve. And more we serve, Krishna will reveal to us, and he will make us understand how that is not a stone, that is not a wood, that is not a clay. So even though he falls, that is why one of his name is Achyuta. Achyuta means never falls down. We are Chuta. We fall down in this material world. So even Krishna comes in a matter, he is not fallen. Though even though he enters, that's why Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, Naham prakasha sarvatra yoga maya samahuta. I am not seen by everybody. Why? Because I have covered myself with yoga maya. So therefore, people, those who have no love for Krishna, avajananti ma mudha manushim tanumasrita. Param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. So they disregard him. They think, oh, he's an ordinary man. But devotee, even if he comes as an ordinary man, he knows. He knows that he's my Krishna. He's my Krishna, and I'm supposed to serve him. So he comes in a deity form, and then he's coming in a book form. He's coming in the form of prasadam. He's coming in the form of his beautiful nature. So wherever you go, if you have a little love for Krishna in your heart, you can see how everything is connected to Krishna. Nothing is separate from Krishna. And that is why, even though Krishna appears in this material world, in the matter, still he is never fall down from his position. He's never fallen from his position. He is Achyuta. For your knowledge is infallible and always suitable to any situation. So here, it is not only you. What is Aditi saying? Your knowledge is also infallible, and it's adjusted in it's applicable in any situation. So just see what is the best knowledge given by Krishna. The Sara of everything is Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam. See, Bhagavad Gita, it is not because it is told on the battlefield. You can apply that in your home also. It is not that only it is meant for Arjuna who is on the battlefield. It is meant for the person who is in home. It is meant for the person who is working in office. It is meant for a person who is doing his business. It is meant for a person as a student. So it is said that your knowledge is also infallible and applicable in any situation. So why this knowledge is infallible? Because it is coming from a perfect person. It is coming from a perfect Achyuta, one who never falls. So whatever he does also never falls. So the knowledge given by Bhagavad Gita, you can see so many books, practically all the books in the words have changed. History has changed, science has changed, mathematics has changed. You can call it evolve or revolve, whatever it is, but it is always changing. You can see the technology. Today's phone is now useless next month. Today's TV is useless next month. Today's car is useless next year. So evolving is there. Always this material word means parivartan. But Krishna, even though he is changing, he is the same. Even though he is changing, he is the same. How is that? We have to understand how the soul is changing is the same. So our body is changing. We think we are changing. Our body is changing. We are same. No matter what, we are soul. Krishna is the super soul. So that is why whatever knowledge given, even Vivasvati Yogan Proktavan Aham Avyam, Krishna gave this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita in the beginning of creation to Vivaswan, Sun God. That exactly same knowledge is applicable even today in the beginning of Kali Yuga. And it is Brahma's 50th year. Just imagine how many Chatru Yugas are gone. Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga, Satya Treta, Dwapar, Kali. How many of they have gone? But still, the same knowledge. You are not this body. All creation belongs to Krishna and everything should be used in Krishna's service. Same knowledge has not changed. So your knowledge is also infallible. And whatever Krishna says is also infallible, applicable in all situations. So Bhagavad Gita is applicable everywhere and at any circumstances. Nityam. It is not like, oh no, it is not applicable here, it is not applicable here. Bhagavad Gita, the words of Krishna are applicable everywhere in every situation. And more read Bhagavad Gita, more and more you can apply in your life. Therefore, we should keep on reading Bhagavad Gita because every time you read Bhagavad Gita, just this last 40 days, I'm doing Bhagavad Prabha course with Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. I was surprised how much I don't know about Bhagavad Gita. I was thinking I know everything about Bhagavad Gita. People also think like that. And the more he was explaining, I was wondering, my God, how come I don't know? I'm reading Bhagavad Gita 40 years. I might have read Bhagavad Gita 20, 30 times. And how come I missed this point? So even though if you feel like you know something, but we should still hear, you will find more and more and more. So and that knowledge can be applied. The more you know about Bhagavad Gita, more you know about Bhagavatam, that can be applied to in every situation you are. Practically every situation, because so many situations of so many devotees in the Bhagavatam, how to know what to do at the time of death. Parikshit is asking questions, so you know how to do at the time of death. How we should use this body. So Sukadeva Goswami is explaining. What is this material nature? Krishna is explaining. So knowledge, whatever Krishna has given knowledge, you will see that everything he has explained in Bhagavad Gita is so true. There is not a single thing you can find in Bhagavad Gita which is wrong. Only thing, we have to have that surrender. We have to have that faith to understand the scripture, that whatever Krishna is saying, Satyam Param Dhimahi. And with that faith, you will go on. And it is not a blind faith. Krishna says, Shraddhavan Labate Jnanam. Who gets the jnana? Who has developed a faith in him. So therefore, Krishna also, I'll make this last point and I'll stop. Why Krishna stresses so much? If you can go in Bhagavad Gita, practically in every chapter, Krishna is talking about how knowledge is important. And in this beautiful sloka, Krishna explains why knowledge is important. So as we have heard about 4 kinds of people come to Krishna, Chaturvida Bhajante Mam Jananam Sukrutino Arjuna, pious people, Sukrutino. So Artho, Arthartho, Jidnyasur, Jnani. Artho, those who are in distress, like Aditi. Prabhupada said that in one of his purport, that she is in distress because she has lost all her sons. So she is in distress. So she has come to Krishna. So Artho, you want something because you are in distress. Arthartho, you need some money or opulence and some kind of power. So you go for Arthartho. Jidnyasu, you are finding out what is the truth. You're not yet understood all the truth, but you're still looking for truth. And if you're really looking for, this will be the end of it. But the Jidnyasur means those who are looking for. And Jnani, one who knows Krishna. One who knows Krishna, they come to Krishna. By understanding Krishna, I am his servant and I know. So the next verse, of course, before that, four kinds of people don't surrender. These are the four kinds of people who surrender. Now Krishna in the next verse is explaining who is the best among all these 8 people. Krishna explains, Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta Ek Bhaktir Vishishyate. And that is the whole purport of this Prabhupada's whole understanding about the purport of Prabhupada. We should understand by jnana. Why? Without jnana, bhakti becomes a blind faith. We can leave it anytime. So, artha, when his desire is fulfilled, he can leave. Arthartha, when he gets money, he can leave. Jidnyasur, up to his surrender, he will understand the knowledge and he will leave. But Jnani, one who has understood who Krishna is, he will never leave. Then what he does? Tesham Jnani. Now when Jnani, it is not only Jnana, Nitya Yukta. Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta Ek Bhaktir. So Nitya Yukta, every day, Yukta, Nitya, every day, what is he doing? Upasate. He is serving me. Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta Ek Bhaktir Vishishyate. He is engaged in loving devotional service, is Vishesha. He is very special. So not only Jnana, using that Jnana in serving Krishna. Isham Jnani Nityayukta Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate. He is the supreme devotee. He is the best devotee among all the devotees. So that is how he said, "Oh my Lord, let us offer my respectful obeisances." After hearing all these things, what we will do? We will develop so much knowledge, understand Krishna's superior position, and please, Krishna, engage me in your devotional service. That will be the only prayer. And then Krishna gives us service, and through that, we purify our heart and consciousness. So I'd like to stop here. Thank you. This verse is so beautiful. We can go on for every line. We can go for so many examples in Bhagavatam. But I'll stop here. If you have any questions, you're welcome. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. Sorry, Prabhupada. What a wonderful class, Prabhu. So this was equivalent to Bhagavad Gita.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So many things you explained. Yes, of course, by reading scriptures, we develop knowledge about Krishna, and through that knowledge, we'll have to render services to Krishna, and only through services we can have that connection to Krishna. So, and I really like the part you mentioned about the maintenance. Maintenance
Yes.
part is really very difficult. Yes, of course. I related even means like even at house also, like we say,
Yes.
right? Even in
Yes.
small things, whatever we do, even we study and we have to go for a job and we have to maintain in that job, we have to retain in that job. So that is also difficult. So wonderfully you explained about the maintenance which is done by Krishna. So even one small portion also we cannot do, we cannot maintain. But Krishna is maintaining the whole universe and living entities like us, like me. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for explaining so wonderfully.
Yeah, there are three
We have
people.
hand raised. Yeah, we have
You
hand
read
raised.
that question to me because I can't see that and I don't know how to go for these questions.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. We'll first go for raise hands, then gradually
Yes.
we'll go for questions in the chat box.
Very
We have
chat.
Radha Jyoti Mataji. Please go ahead with your question.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances at dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please forgive me for the last time. Here is a question. Prabhuji, when we read Canto 3, the whole Virat Roop description,
Yes.
it is not conceivable. Like we can't understand what exactly is going on. Like hairs are the trees, and it's not relatable. Um,
Yes.
like we are bewildered and we are in wonderstruck, and then we try to relate and we say, oh, it's not going to happen that I could understand. And then at the end of the day, we try to understand, and then there is no correlation. So why it is so difficult that we can't understand, or where is the correlation written? Because there will be something our acharyas must have worked on this, right? It's not like I am getting a new question out of this. And the second question was about, you mentioned
Yeah.
about.
Can I answer this question? Then we'll go to the second one. Or is it
Ji,
related to
Prabhuji.
the same?
No, not related.
Yeah.
Completely different.
So how to understand? I'll give you a simple logic about it. Why it is difficult to understand how Ganga has a body, how Tulsi has a body, how Govardhan has a body, and how the trees on the planets are Krishna's hairs, how the um, hills are his bones. That's what they explain we hear in the third chapter. So how to understand that? We cannot see it. Why? Because idea of body we have in our head. Body means has to be like this. Correct? It is just like when I come from India to America, there are no people here. Why I will say that? Because everybody is white, red, everything, doesn't mean they are also people, correct? So we should not judge the body or the size or the what you call the form according to the form we have. Understand? Did you get this point? Don't
No.
try to look to the nature like a body that you have. Body means like that. Except that whatever you are saying, that is the body. You got my point? When you see Tulsi Mata, just begin with a simple example. Every day we see how Tulsi Mata is has a body. So that is her body. Need not be like you. Her original body is in the spiritual world, but also because it is expansion, that is also its body. Correct? Just like when, just to give an example, we have a picture of our parents or father or mother in home, even when they leave their world. They are not that picture. But when you see that, you understand, this is my father. And you develop the same love which you have for your father. So it's kind of an example I'm giving you to understand how it is related. So same place, Ganga is like a river, but she has a personality too. So just like where we do the mistake, we try to see the form like what we see, our form, or maybe our relative's form, or your house form, or something like that. There we get it confused. Understand? So what we have to understand is whatever Krishna says, just accept it. Tulsi is a person and worship her that way. And then slowly, you will develop your faith and you will see everything how Krishna has created. Just like when you sweat, the salty water comes out of you. So all the salty water in the ocean, where it is coming from? It is coming from Krishna's body, it's Krishna's sweat. Very difficult to understand because Krishna is lying there as Ananta Shesha. So they on the Ananta Shesha as Vishnu. So all these, otherwise, where is it coming from? But that body is so gigantic. It is impossible for us to imagine. So therefore, you appreciate, you see the form. Therefore, the picture is given in Bhagavad Gita about the universal form of the Lord. Just accept it as it is. That is how the Vishwarupa is. Don't think about why it is like that and how it is like that. That is their body. Correct? Just like when when a dog sees a human being, he is confused too. Why that? What is that? I don't know. So same way when you see something bigger, you don't know, you don't understand. But as I was explaining you, Sutre Mani Gana Iva. So what you are seeing is not the real thing. The life behind that is a real form, not that form. But what you see is a material. That's why we get confused. So when you see your father or your mother or your brother or your husband, your son, what we see is their body, but we have never seen their person. So through the scripture you understand. So when you start seeing them, you start seeing them as a spirit soul. So similarly, it extends to the universal. So as long as you have no understanding, just with the faith understand this is the form of the Vishwarupa. I have to accept like that. So more and more, when your consciousness get purified, gain more knowledge, it will get clear. Just for now, if you're not understanding, leave that on the side. So I always give this example, just to, when you go for an exam, what is the first question you solve? Whatever you know, and leave the difficult question at the end. So just go on solving like that. Try to absorb and appreciate and be grateful for whatever you are understanding. All these difficult things you don't understand, leave them behind. Next time or the next time or the next time when you come, you will understand what that is. That is how you should read the scriptures. Okay?
Yes, Ji, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Okay.
Prabhuji, there is another question. How to understand? You said that when we you mentioned very beautiful teachings today. Like you said, more we hear attentively every day, then
Yes.
we appreciate Lord's presence, and then we try to serve Him. We cannot say that we love Him at this stage, but we try
Yes.
to serve Him, and more we serve, then more we try to hear, and then it is a loop. In that, you mentioned that we will the mind will be clean, the intelligence will be clean. You mentioned then there will be no question of uh, the false ego will not fall in on the either side when we do the devotional work, and it will be cleansing. So could you please tell me on that basis how I'll understand that my mind is clean while serving, or why there is a impedance while serving even though I'm trying?
Yes. What happens is, because our mind is not fixed yet, there are so many thoughts in our mind, so they will trouble you, but that is the beginning of self-realization. Krishna explained this very beautiful verse in Bhagavad Gita. He explains Indriyani paranyahur indriyobhya aparam mana manasastu parabuddhir buddhiryo parasastu sa. He is showing, in for our understanding, how the body is made. So he said that beyond these blunt senses, he's saying that Indriyani paranyahur means beyond these blunt senses, what we see. Indriyani paranyahur, what did I say? Indriyani paranyahur. Mind is there beyond this mind. So mind has to be controlled with intelligence. Correct? So that's why it is not easy. Every time your intelligence has to be fixed. So you have to control the intelligence. Who is that? As a soul. And in between there is the ego. So immediately whenever your mind wanders, that Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, whenever your mind wanders, bring him back. And then you will realize, oh, I'm stronger than my intelligence. I'm stronger than my ego. I'm stronger than my mind. And I can control this body. That is called self-realization. So you realize you are not this body, but you see all things in subtle. Because of your ego, your intelligence is many branched. Because of his intelligence is many branched, mind is also in many branched. So all your mind is going through all the senses to acquire all those things at one time. So therefore, we are all stressed out. So focus is our soul. We are focused as Krishna. Then that ego also goes in the same way. And according to I am a devotee of Krishna, the intelligence will work as I am a devotee of Krishna. The intelligence says I am a devotee of Krishna, then mind is also works on that. And according to the mind, then the body engages. But what happens is we see everything with our material senses, with eyes, with ears and nose and tasting and touching. So therefore we get confused. So it is Krishna consciousness is a lifetime laboratory. It is not one-time laboratory. So you'll realize that. So even though Krishna says, whenever your mind wanders, just bring it back and engage in the service. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Eternally grateful to you for your answer. Thank you so much.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for
Hari
the
Bol.
detailed answer. So next hand raise we'll go ahead with Sunil Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Palam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your beautiful class. Prabhu, in today's class, you have spoken a lot about the glories of hearing. What are the benefits we are going to get if we hear daily? But Prabhu, I am hearing Prabhu Srimad Bhagavatam daily. Then why is it not I'm getting this benefit, Prabhu? Is it because of offenses, Prabhu?
No, you are reading Bhagavatam. That means you are having a test or you have a desire. So just keep all your mind, intelligence, and ego in that Bhagavatam, not just physical. And slowly, even if you don't have a test, you will start reading and hearing and loving it. Okay. So Prabhupada gives an example. We are all sick people. You know, when you are sick, what happens? You don't taste the food. But you know that food is required for maintenance. So you go on eating, whether you are sick or, and then when you get cured, same food will taste. So, this is the answer for the Mataji previously who asked the question. So go on eating. Because of a disease, we are not testing it. There is nothing wrong with food. There is nothing wrong with you. But only thing, we are in a disease condition. So that food will help you to nourish, and slowly, as your disease goes away, you start testing the food. There is nothing wrong with food. There is nothing wrong with you. It's just we are in a diseased condition. So go on doing the things, whether you like it or not. I know, understand this is required for my nourishment. And that much trust, faith, and love Krishna will give to keep us continuing. And therefore, we need to hear whether you like it or not. Of course, you like it. That's why you were determined to hear every day. So that's the sense that you have a desire to understand and serve Krishna. That is enough for this stage. So you'll develop that more and more and more. Very well.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And Prabhuji, what to do with the thoughts, Prabhu? Like when I'm hearing Bhagavatam, then only Prabhu nonsense thought comes, all thoughts. Otherwise, its mind is not disturbing that much. Like you
That will
said, we
happen
have to give up
anything.
the mind.
That will happen anything when you are serving Krishna. Whether you are chanting, whether you are reading, whether you are cooking, that will, but you just don't run away with those thoughts. That's what we have to do. We just focus on what we are doing. Okay. Every mantra every mantra is a challenge. We say we have done 16 rounds, but how many times we heard what we are saying? So hearing makes the process complete, not just speaking through your mouth. And not only that, not only hearing, let our mind also hear. So yes, just like, when you are in college, when you read the book, you don't understand in the beginning. But when you hear it explained by the professor, and then you read, you understand more. And then you read, you understand more. Similarly, the Bhagavatam, it is not a knowledge of outside word. We have that already. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kabunai Sravanadi Suddha Chitte Korile Uday. So it is not that you're reading something new. It is already there, but it is covered. Now the covered thing means we don't know how thick is that cover. Just like a mirror, when you try to clean it, it doesn't become clean in one go. More thick it is, it will take more time. The mirror is clear. So the knowledge is within us. Satchidananda. Wow, Chit is that knowledge is there. But it is covered. That darpana of Cheto, our consciousness is covered. The more you read, it's like a cleaning, whether it is chanting, reading scriptures, hearing about Krishna, serving Krishna. All this is not only chanting is a Chetodarpana Marjanam. Everything in Krishna consciousness is cleaning. What we are cleaning? Our dirty consciousness. So it is a process, but continue. Just like you don't become a PhD in one day. There is a first standard book, second standard, third standard. And every time you go into that standard, that book is difficult. The more you read, more you practice, more you hear, you become acquired of that, and more you practice. Then you go to the third, same thing is there. Then you go to the fourth, same thing is there. So every day is kind of a gradually we are, but this process is eternal. Whatever you do is never lost. So whatever you did yesterday, it will be more today than what you did yesterday. So Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Eternally grateful to you.
Utsahat
Thank you so much.
Nischayat Dhairyat. That is why Rupa Goswami says Utsahat, Nischayat, and Dhairyat. These three things are required in bhakti. Whether in chanting, reading, serving, these three things are required. Yes. Next one.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Next,
Hare Krishna.
Nutan Rasmi Mataji.
Is anybody still there?
Yes, yes, Prabhu. You have time?
Today I don't have to run. Today I'm here.
Okay, fine, fine. Yeah,
Last
we
time
have hand raised and also chat box questions are also waiting, Prabhu. So we'll go with Nutan Mataji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danut Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much for the wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Hari Hari.
Prabhuji,
Yes. Hare
Hari,
Krishna.
yeah. I would like to read one of the translations of mantra from Ishopnishad, Prabhuji. From third mantra, it is third mantra
Okay.
from Ishopnishad. The killer of the soul, whoever he may be, must enter into the planets known as the worlds of the faithless, full of darkness and ignorance.
Yes.
Mantra 3.
Asuriya namati
So,
loka anyena samatavruta. Yes. So what's the question?
means what are these planets, Prabhuji? Is it hell? Does hell exist?
Yes, that is
And
also
devotees,
yeah, Krishna also says that in Bhagavad Gita that I tanaham dishitam kruram. He said, I send this Asuri entity people in the darkness, in the see the above planets are they go on getting more light and light and light and light. The below planets are becoming darker, 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 darker and darker. So that is where you go. You fall down. What is the meaning of fall down? Fall down in the sense you are falling down from light to the darkness. That means knowledge to the ignorance. So yes, they will go now. They Pretyabhi Gachanti, because the below are the places of Pretas and Bhutas and Rakshasas, and also are there. So in the they are called that's where they go. Okay.
so Prabhuji, this Artho, Ardharthi, Jignasu are the ones who are trying to understand God, is what we discussed in today's class as well, isn't it? Now comes my question.
Artho is they are in distress. They are not trying to understand God. They are interested in just to get
Rid of the problems there.
just get rid of problems, and when the problems are gone, they will go because there is no knowledge. And arthartho, people are, of course, everything runs on money in this world. So people come for money, and when they get money, they forget Krishna. Correct? They will go also. It doesn't mean that definitely they will go. Definitely they will develop some test. But what is that? You are supposed to go to the next stage. If you have come in a distress, you should be stay there even though you get money. That is the meaning of it. And even if you get money, you still keep on inquiring about who is giving this money. That is jidnyasa. Correct? And then the next one is jnana. So these are the 4 stages also, and these are the 4 different kinds of people also. So you come to Krishna in a jnana, it's a jidnyasa. Somebody comes and explain to you, create jidnyasa in your heart, Athato Brahma jidnyasa. And but complete one who is in knowledge, he will never leave Krishna consciousness in no matter what condition. That's the knowledge. He will never leave. And because not only knowledge, he is engaged. As I explained to you, Krishna says that Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate. Who is Vishesh? One who is engaged in devotional service. Not only
Every practice.
you just go on reading books and no service. No, that will not reveal you. In fact, the books will be revealed to you when you do service. Otherwise, the books will not reveal. Whatever you are reading will not be revealed to you. So more you engage, more you will be revealed to you. Okay? Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. So now my question was, we have forgot our relationship with Krishna and we have fallen down here.
Yes.
So it's fine. He wants to remind us through any of or other ways. He will tell us. Now, means according to this discussion, I understood that because he is omnipresent, he is present everywhere. So even in those hellish planets, his presence will be there, like the sun and its rays. You told that example like
Yes.
that.
Krishna doesn't
But
make
my
a
question
difference.
was, he doesn't make a difference. So he is present for the people who are present in hellish planets also. He is only pushing them. He is also present for them. Then
Yes.
what does he do to take them back again there? He is also doing the same activities which he is doing here. और मतलब उन्हें अच्छा लगता है जब हम उन्हें पकड़ते हैं. He likes it when we call to him, when we do this devotional service and all. One or the other way he will be showing us in which we can serve and go back to him. And what is the provision for people who go there? Though
No,
devotees, when they are here or in hellish planets, their
yes,
only tendency is to serve. But what happens to them? Is he enjoying by looking at the punishment that they will be getting in those kind of planets?
I will give you one example. Are you a mother?
Not yet, Prabhuji.
Not yet. Okay. Just like a mother, no matter where his son or daughter goes, does he ever forgets? No matter where she goes or he goes, different countries, anywhere.
No, of course not. I can't even forget my dead dog. Come on. Simple question, no?
Yeah. So just imagine we are like a tiny part of Krishna. We don't forget our possessions. How Krishna will forget his living entities, which he has a spiritual relation, not material relation. We remember all our friends and relatives, and as Mataji was saying, dogs, Yeah, that's true. So similarly, no matter wherever you go, Krishna is saying, Sarvasya Chaham Rudhi Sannivishto. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hrudaye Tishtati Arjuna. Krishna says that I am in the heart of all the living entities wherever you go, even you go to hell. Now, is he enjoying? No. Just like when you tell your son that don't do this thing, but he's not listening to you. You're not enjoying, but you're helpless, correct? And God don't want to force, just like parents don't like to force their kids. It doesn't mean that they like whatever they are doing, but you can force it. They'll do it for you, but that is not with love. They'll do it because you are in front of him. Otherwise, they'll become rebellious. So what do? You wait. Your patience. So similarly, Krishna is patient. Yatamam prapadyante tanstapaiva bhajamyaham. As you approach him, if you approach him, Krishna, I am surrendering to you, immediately he will give you shelter. Krishna, I want to go away from you. Krishna says, okay. Matta smrutir jnanam apohanam cha. If you want to forget me, without Krishna's help, you cannot forget Krishna. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishto. I am situated in everybody's heart, wherever you go. Mattaha smrutir, from me comes my remembrance. Jnanam, from me comes jnana about me and our relationship. Apohanam, forgetfulness also. If you want to forget, yes, I will grant you because you want me to forget, I will forget. But I will never forget you. Krishna will never forget. You will forget Krishna, but Krishna will never forget you. Whether you go into the hell, yes, he is there, no matter in what species. Krishna comes with us. Can you imagine such a pure Paramatma, Bhagavan, in the form of Paramatma? He is coming with us, even though we take a body of a worm in a stool. Is that a place for Krishna to stay? Can you imagine? He is coming there. Why? Not because, he is coming with us just to evolve our consciousness and bring back to him. Okay? Hare Krishna.
This is all the consequence of our free will, no, Prabhuji, that we are going to those
Yes.
planets.
Yes.
But our Krishna is patiently watching and waiting for us to
Yes.
realize sometime.
That is true. No matter where you go. Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna, Prabhuji. One last question may I ask, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Related to that mantra only. So responsibility was discussed in that mantra. So humans are differentiated from the animals because
Yes.
of this responsibility which they take.
Yes.
So why is it that humans have to take that responsibility? Is it just because we are coming in the higher order? Means we discussed example of nails. I like that very much, Prabhuji. The form and body, which Mataji also asked question. We are confining ourselves to an understanding of a particular physical form, but it's not like that. Our Lord Vibhu or Anu, whatever form he takes, that form is only different, is not perceivable by us all. Thank you for giving us that understanding, Prabhuji. So why is it that we have to take up responsibility, Prabhuji.
Yes. See, because you have forgotten, correct? Krishna has not forgotten you. So it is our responsibility to turn, and you see he is waiting for you there. Unless you turn back, how are you going to see he is waiting for you? So that is your responsibility. Is it not true? Unless you are suffering in this material world, then you just turn around and see why I am suffering. Krishna is giving you the answer. Because you have forgotten me. Turn around. Right? That's why I have to take responsibility. Krishna has not forgotten, otherwise he would have taken responsibility. He is taking responsibility of, that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. He takes the responsibility of whom? If you surrender to him. And also, if you are not surrendered, but still he is taking your responsibility. Even if you don't know him, even if you hate him, even if you say there is no God, he is still giving you food, still giving you water, still giving you air. He didn't say that, oh, he is perfectly fulfilling his responsibility to maintain you. Perfectly. Whether you love him, don't love him, whether you like him, you hate him, doesn't matter. Krishna has never left his responsibility of providing everything. So now it is our
Yes, Prabhuji.
responsibility. Now that's why it is our responsibility. Who is doing all these things for me? Why this person has so much love for me? I'm not doing anything. Still he gives me everything. That is Brahma Jidnyasa. Then you start learning more about Krishna. Find out what is this material nature. Why Krishna is loving me so much. Right? That's why
This distinction power is different than in animals and in
yes.
us. That's why we must be more responsible.
Yes. Your consciousness is better. Your consciousness, that's why you have come to the human form of life. This is the only purpose. That's why you have to take a responsibility of whatever you are as a human being. That's our responsibility. Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
All glories. Still questions?
Hare Krishna. Yes,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very nice
Oh,
class.
Hare
And
Krishna.
sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
please
You
go
go.
ahead, Mataji.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead, Mataji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very nice class. So nice to hear you this morning. I'm from Canada, and it's morning time here.
No.
So early morning. And my question is, like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying again and again, I am in everybody's heart.
Yes.
I am everywhere. Everything comes from him. So
Yes.
when he is everywhere, why can't he guide us through our heart to do the right thing, right moment?
Yeah, that's what I said. He's everywhere and he's guiding Matta Smriti. I referred this sloka. Krishna is in everybody's heart. But you have to ask him. Unless you ask him, how is he going to guide you? Krishna Krishna will not speak to you when you are speaking or when you are doing whatever you want. Krishna gives you interpret. He is the provider whatever you want. So you ask him the question, and Bhagavad Gita, through devotees, he will answer your question. Correct? So it is not that he don't want to give you help. He wants to give you help. But the last question was there. We have to take the responsibility of asking question. When you see the first chapter, basically, Arjuna is talking. Krishna is not speaking anything. He's just listening. And then Arjuna admits, I'm talking all these things, but I'm still confused. Then he opens, then you tell me what is beneficial for me. Then Krishna starts speaking. The problem with us is that we tell Krishna what is beneficial for me. Then sometimes,
Prabhuji,
yes.
my question is, why can't Krishna control our mind? Our mind is the one which decide we should do this, that, and then body goes along it.
Yes.
So why Krishna cannot power the mind first, then the heart?
See, just like your parents give you some money, and tell you go and buy something, correct? Then all the time you have to think about what is parents' desire. Parents are not with you. So when you go to a shop, if you start buying your thing and when you come home, that means you have forgotten your father. Father is not coming with you, but he has given you the instruction. Go to the shop, get this kind of things and come. But if you go to the shop and forget, is that a problem with the father? It's my problem. Correct? So I have come to this material world with different desires, and therefore I am forgetting Krishna. So Krishna appears again and again and again and gives this knowledge. But sometimes we are shifting from here, there. Sometimes we listen, sometimes we don't listen. So it's a practice. Devotional service is a lifetime process. So you may forget. So that's why we have chanting every day, 16 rounds, or why we chant, why we read the scripture, so that we are keeping in our mind in a track. That's why we have this protection of chanting, hearing, association of the devotees, seva, so that our mind is fixed. Manmana, that's the first thing Krishna asks us to offer. Right? And the all thing is there because Krishna has given independence. That's the most important thing. And why is that? Because he don't want to force. If anything you will do with force for some day, but if you do it love, you'll do it for eternally. So Krishna, we have forcefully come to this world. No, I want to leave you and go and enjoy. So Krishna is not forcing you. He has given you a time, and that is for everything, we have to take full responsibility. Krishna has given everything that requires to go back to him. He has given food, he has given association, he has given instructions in the form of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, he has given deity, he has given such a knowledge. So we keep every moment, pratikshana, every moment, we keep focus. Now what happens is, Arjuna, you see, when Arjuna is shooting, now whether he's thinking of Krishna or not. If he is thinking of Krishna, then he cannot shoot because he has to have a perfect eyes there, and he has to look through the eyes, look the heart, and then shoot the arrow. That time he is not exactly thinking of Krishna. That time he is thinking of service. So when you are doing service, you not necessarily think about Krishna. That doesn't mean you have forgotten him. You are following his instructions. So whole of our life is like that arrow. We do perfectly everything according to the instructions of Krishna, engage in our consciousness. Then our mind, even if it goes somewhere, it will come back. It will take some practice. It is not just like to get 1 degree, we spend 20, 25 years of our life. And this is more than a degree. So slowly, first, second, third, fourth standard, mind is, there is beautiful sloka. Krishna consciousness means satatam smartam ven Vishnu na jatuchit. He said that always think of Krishna, never forget Krishna. All the rules are subservient of this main principle. So that is why we have to always somehow or other think about Krishna. And our mind goes away, then we bring it back. This is the problem, that Krishna knows that. And Arjuna is telling that to Krishna, Chanchala himana Krishna pramati balavad drudam. He said, I can control the wind, but I cannot control my mind. Why is saying that I can control the wind? Because previously, you see, the arrows were shot, and the arrows had an energy of mantra, and they used to produce wind. He said, I can control that. I can control the fire. Why? Because the arrow has a particular mantra, it creates fire when it goes. So all the elements are there in arrow. So he said, I can control my mind, which is wind. We cannot control even that. And Arjuna is saying this mind is chanchala, is more flickering than anything in this world. Yes. Then Krishna says, Abhyasena tu kaunteya. By constant practice. Everything is by constant practice. When you go for learning shooting, do you think the first bullet will go in right place? How many bullets you have to shed to get to one point? So exactly the same way. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Even if you learn to shoot bullets in a proper place, still you will miss it. There is no guarantee. Like people, those who play cricket, why every ball doesn't go into the wicket? He is doing that, correct? So mind is like that. So abhyasena tu kaunteya. Krishna says constant practice with knowledge. Okay. Hare Krishna. I hope you got it.
Thank you, Prabhuji. You answer very well. Thanks.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes, we have Janava Mataji. Please go ahead.
Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me the Hare Krishna Prabhuji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and assembled devotees. It's my absolute greatest fortune to be in your association, Prabhu, your class, and your practicality and wisdom. I wish I could digest it all. Couple of comments, and I'll endeavor to be quick. When you were talking about realization of the spiritual form and endeavoring ourselves to realize that we are not the body and the form that we see in this dimension is really not the form that they have in the spiritual world. So having said that, Praji, when my mom was dying, she was emaciated from cancer. I'm talking about like her body was, talking about bones and stuff. And I wanted to ask your opinion because there was a moment there that I realized, and I don't know why I realized this because I am completely nothing and I'm so fallen. In that moment, when I was combing my mom's hair, I realized that, oh wow, this person in front of me is my mother, but not my mother at the same time. And it reminded me of a Buddhist quote that said, if everyone that you meet in this lifetime is your mother. For some reason, it just went in my mind. Everyone that you meet in this lifetime is your mother. And I kind of set that aside a long, long time ago. I was like, oh, some beautiful religious quote, yada, yada, right? But in that moment, when I was combing my mom's hair, when she was emaciated from cancer, I had this moment of vastness and I realized, oh, that's what that quote meant that if I realize that everyone is my mother in this lifetime, because when the crossing over, there I just saw like vastness of love. So my question to you, Prabhuji, is was I given mercy around that time? What was I able to see the form of my mother beyond the form? What was that process? Because it's hard to explain. You have to be there. It's like I realized that my mother is not my mother. So that's one comment, Prabhu. Could you extrapolate on that experience, if
No,
possible?
just like Prabhupada gives an example, just get an example of a banker. When he's he's a cashier, correct? He gets money from the people and he gives money to the people, but that money is not his. But as long as he has it, he has to take care of it. He has to properly lock it, properly count it. That's his responsibility. But it is not yours. Correct? Exactly the same way. Any form comes in front of us, it is given to us to take care of, but it is not us. It is not ours. You have to understand the source and the owner of whatever we are seeing, whether it is our mother, father, son, daughter, husband, or for that matter, any living entity, is in front of me so that Krishna is giving me to show my love for him, to serving this person and to remind him as far as possible about Krishna, because that is what most important. Then you will get Krishna's mercy and also that living entity's mercy too, both, because you are bringing him, serving him, and you are showing Krishna's love to him. So that will help her also in her last stage to be peaceful, to leave this body, that someone loves me. So she'll think you are loving, but where the love is coming from, that's coming from Krishna. So if she appreciates that, she's appreciating Krishna's love. Okay.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
And then the second clarification, thank you so much for that, Prabhu.
when we were talking about, and you've already enumerated why the importance of hearing, like why, for purification processes and stuff like that. And I just wanted your clarification in this. Prabhu, when you're say when you're looking at the mantra, okay, so there's the hearing, and then there's also the visualization of the mantra in your mind. I've heard or read like a text. I forget what it is now, and I forget who I heard it from. That they said that sometimes the visualization of the mantra is much stronger than hearing, because like when you're trying to like control yourself, and if someone says, well, don't think about it, but then your mind constantly actually think about it even more. So I feel like similarly, wouldn't it be also be stronger if you visualize the mantra so much more that you're seeing it in your head more as opposed to hearing? Because certain people are, depending on their incarnation, anartas, impressions, whatever the case may be. When I used to train people, I always ask beginning of my training, are you more an audible learner, kinesthetic, visual, because then I can hone in on their strength and use that for their good, right? So I guess what I wanted to clarify is, could that possibly be true that maybe visualization of the mantra more in your mind as opposed to hearing would
I,
be more stronger?
I got your question. Whatever helps you to hear the mantra, you do it.
Okay.
Whatever helps you to hear the mantra, because mantra means to free your mind. So your mind should be free from everything, and you are just hearing that mantra. So for that, in a temple, many devotees sit with Krishna's picture, they sit with Hare Krishna mantra, correct? The process is to mantra, free your mind. Tra means to free, man means mind, to free your mind for everything. That 16 rounds, we are just thinking about Krishna.
Yeah.
Listening to this mantra, Krishna has appeared in his holy name. So try to do anything you want, but fix your mind. Always think of me. That's Krishna's exact words. So how Krishna is present in front of you in Kali Yuga in the holy name. So try your best to hear each mantra. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, don't worry about if you don't listen, let it go. Next mantra, next mantra, next mantra. Then till you come to the ninth round, it will be kind of you so used to it, you'll forget everything and just your mind will be absorbed in chanting. And then you will get the results. It will take some time. But what we do, we have to practice. Each mantra, we have to hear. Do anything you want. Sit in front of Krishna, put Hare Krishna mantra, visualize Hare Krishna mantra, whatever helps you, because everybody is in different situation. So point is, sometimes people just close and hear, just visualize in the mind. We can see, read Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Right.
Point is hearing Krishna mantra. That's the thing. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu, thank you so much for that. Because I felt like in the beginning I struggled because I did have this, meditation practice from more like a yogic disposition. And then
This
I
is
felt
good.
awkward. I felt awkward that it's like my mind is supposed to be silent now. Why is my mouth moving? So the shift was a little difficult. That it was easier for me to visualize and be fixed when I'm seeing the mantra in my mind. But then all my bhakti classes is saying, say it, talk. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to shift my body to it. But yeah.
So what happens is there are three ways of chanting. First is chanting loudly and listening. This is called vachika. And there is second is chanting so that you can just hear a little bit like a murmuring, right? And third is your lips are not there, but in mind only you are chanting. But
Yeah, no,
that
nobody
is the
told me about the third, Prabhu. Say that.
no, that is the very, very, very high stage. You cannot imitate that. Only people like Haridas Thakur and Jiva Goswami, they can do that. Because what will happen? You will close your eyes and visualize, and then your mind will run away. You will not even know when the thinking is. So that is not a process for at this stage. So for us, First and the second one. Third one comes automatic. Correct? Third one you don't practice.
Can you explain the second one? What happens on the second one? You're just kind of
Like you say,
murmuring.
now your feedback, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It is audible. Even you can hear that. Second is, I am hearing it.
Okay, I think I would do better with the second one.
Yeah. So first and second, we have to do. The third one is automatic. Sometimes your lips will be closed, your eyes will be closed, and still the mantra will be going on. So don't try for the thirst. That is spontaneous.
No,
But
not
try for
qualified, Prabhu.
because you
Not
are a
qualified.
yogi, I'm telling you.
Not qualified.
What happens in yoga system, you're sitting there and the mind knows, correct? Let him control me for 10 minutes, After that, he's in my control. So mind lets you, so you feel peaceful. You are in bliss. Why? Because it's just a short time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum. In that also, it is not possible. Your mind goes away.
True.
Correct? So that is why that is spontaneous. If you start doing that in the beginning, you will just sleep. Correct? Yeah.
Right.
So go with the Vachika, then Maunik, and then Mansik. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, thank you so much. Jai Shri
Hare
Radhe.
Krishna. You have a beautiful
Really
ocean
great.
behind
Hare
you. Is that a
Krishna.
screen or you are really on the ocean?
No, I'm not in the ocean, although I came from San Diego, California, so I'm missing home. I'm in Atlanta right now.
Oh, I can see a beautiful coconut tree and ocean
Yeah.
behind you.
Homage to my home. Thank you, Prabhu, so much. I'm eternally grateful to you. Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe. Hari
Thank you
Hari.
so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
I think it's late, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, we can. Yeah, I also thought that.
I
So,
think
yeah,
it's enough
Radha
to
Jyoti
wait more
Mataji, we
than
can take your
class.
question next time. Yeah. So, it's late for us to close the call because we have the other
I'll ask
session
in a very
starting.
short way, like very small.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Okay.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, is it that the 17th round, what we do, concludes our 16 rounds, what we have done?
I didn't understand 17th round. What is you saying?
When we do the 17th round,
Yeah.
it concludes what we have done all the 16 rounds?
No.
Okay.
Actually,
We'll talk later, Prabhuji. We'll
what
close down the call for today. Hare
You know
Krishna.
what Prabhupada said? Minimum 16 rounds. There is no maximum. Okay. So what happens even if you chant 16 rounds properly, that mantra will be there in your mind whole day. Okay. All the best
Yeah.
for all the devotees. Thank you very much for allowing me to serve you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much actually to you, Prabhuji. You gave so
Hare
much
Bol.
time for us and it was very, very wonderful question and answer session. Thank you so much to the devotees also for asking so nice questions and we all also got benefited for that. So thank you, Prabhuji, to you once again. So with your permission, we can end the session here. We want your association in future also, Prabhuji. Vanchakalpadrupashe kripa sindhubhyo vachapatitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha anantakoti vaishnavavrinda Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. His grace Vrindavan Prabhuji ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much,
Gauranga.
devotees. So with your permission, I
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.